everyone, welcome back to the Anime Iceberg. I'm Megan,
And I'm Meg.
and we're here to talk about Dr. Stone, episode 40, Eyes of Science. Water break and Pocky break.
Yep.
I'm thinking
Um,
of taking some of the audio that we don't use of us just being derpy and making some like Emirichu style slideshows to put on my YouTube channel to get more traffic to us.
nice. That's a good idea.
By the way,
Sorry, I
check out my
don't.
YouTube channel, Mangaka Megan. Haha. Shameless plug.
Okay. Anyway, summary of the episode. The Morse code signal reading Y saturates the airwaves too much for Ukyo to pinpoint a direction. So the Kingdom of Science works on a way to visualize the signal.
Mhm. This is manga chapter 96, Eye of Science, and 97, The Joy of Leadership.
Now let's get into it.
Uh-huh.
Um, so they have discovered Y-Man, or that another person exists. And they this I thought was a little oh,
Overkill?
okay, like a little hasty, I guess. They immediately
Mm.
like build a war room to start strategizing.
Yeah,
Um,
actually, I brought this up when you and I were talking about the episode, but Chrome even says, "Hey, so like I know I was freaked out back there, but do we know that he's a bad guy?"
yep.
And that was a very me thing to say, and a very you thing to say, Senku said, which is like, well, we don't know for sure, but it's like it's in our best interest to assume he's bad, so that if he turns out to be good, then we just overprepared.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so they build their war room, and the five generals meet in the war room, and that is Senku, Rizui, Ukyo, Chrome, and Gen.
Yep. And Ukyo always manages to sneak into top positions. He was one of the big three of the Tsukasa Empire, and now he's one of the five of the Kingdom of Science.
Yep. Nah, he doesn't even try. He's just being himself.
He's so quiet.
hmm Yeah, but I think people like, I mean, I think we talked about it last season. Like, he's very wise, and people see that.
He's capable
And
and he's one of the older people in their groups. So
yeah,
he's
they
way
need
up
him in
there at
that room.
24 years old.
So old.
He doesn't look it, but I wonder if he just looks at the people around him and goes, "Oh, look at the kids."
Probably. I do that to people older than me sometimes. I'm like, oh. Wait, no, they're older than me. What am I doing? I sometimes think I'm like 80.
You've got an old soul. That's okay. I do too. I have old lady hobbies like crocheting and needle felting.
Yes, you do. I don't think I have old lady hobbies. One
I
day
read my
though.
fantasy novels and drink tea.
Yep. Um, yeah, so they're trying to figure out, is this guy or girl a friend or a foe?
Yeah, they didn't even consider it might be a woman.
Yeah, oh
Hmm.
yeah, they didn't. But I mean, I don't know. I was gonna say, based on the fact that they didn't even consider it, leads me to think that in the end it will be a guy, but that could be a trick by the author to make us
Hmm.
all think it's a guy, but then it's
Hmm.
a woman.
Hmm. It's Lillian. She's still alive.
Yep, yep.
World
She,
domination. Even though we know she's already confirmed to be dead.
no, it's the two astronauts that disappeared. They're like, oh yeah, we'll
Oh,
go
the
look for
doctors.
medicine. Anyway, they're gonna find Y-Man. And how are they going to do that? They're going to make radar and
Yep.
sonar.
Because
Um,
they can't contact Y-Man and they don't know where he or she is. Actually, in the manga, there's another brief scene of the boys when they're on the boat, and Chrome is just screaming into the ether, "Who the heck are you? And what the heck are you blabbing about? Why? Quiet already! A manly man would put up or shut up!" And then Ryusui tells Chrome to pipe down, which is rich coming from Ryusui because he's pretty loud too.
right? Yeah. So they're going to try to use other means to find Y-Man. Um, but it also the sonar system is useful for other things, like catching fish. They go back out on the boat and they use it to find a whole boatload of fish for their journey.
I recognized
And
it because my dad's got one of those setups on the boat when he goes fishing. So I get
mm-hmm.
to see like the little, the wavelengths and like he's like, "Oh, there's a school of fish." And you just go to the spot and cast your line. And if you're me, nothing happens.
Yep. And then well, okay, they catch a bunch of fish for the ship, but they also give some to Restaurant Francois, and they turn it into a nice meal for everyone. And I don't know, I liked it because it's like first seeing, I was like, whoa, there's so many people. But also, like, yeah, everybody's coming together and enjoying the food. And it seems like they must have kept bringing people over from the ship site because there was quite a few people there.
Yeah. Well, I bet
Um,
they all shuffle around. You
yeah, and
know?
now since now that they got their car,
Yeah.
it doesn't take too long
Okay,
to go back and forth.
just thought of this, but this brings up a question. I'm wondering if any of the people from the Sugasa Empire and if any of the Ishigami villagers, like now it's one big group. So I'm kind of wondering if any modern timers have fallen in love with villagers. Because I mean they've got time to
Hmm.
get to know each other now. People could get hitched and
Yep.
settle down.
Time to mix up the gene pool.
They don't have to. They don't have to get on that right yet. I mean, like they have loved
Dude,
ones they need to revive too, but
there's no birth control.
oh no.
What?
No, but I wonder if any kids have been born in the time that Senku's come to the village, you know?
Oh, there must be, right? Because
There
it's
are
been,
couples.
yeah, and there's been what, like almost 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway.
Um, yeah. Just a thought. So they have their radar and sonar, and Senku, this is where we have to rely on Ukio's knowledge because he was a sonar operator. Senku's like, what do we need to run this system? And Ukio's like, more power. And that's the plan. They're gonna make engines, but they need a lot of iron and oil to do that. And they already have their oil, but they're running out of iron. They've just been getting it from the
Oh, the iron sand from the river.
yep, and it's running low. And this is when Chrome gets an idea, one of his genius science user ideas. Um, he's kind of tinkering with the radar, and he's trying to figure out if it can be used to find iron. And basically, he ends up making a metal detector, and
Yeah.
he discovers an iron deposit in a cave. And so they start mining. And I don't know, this episode is a lot of basically like gathering the stuff they need for their voyage and making scientific advancements and then they need a way to transport the iron. So because it's obviously super heavy. And so they make a road with using gravel and then asphalt, which is like the
Which is a
leftovers,
byproduct of when
yeah,
they're refining their oil. Is that it?
from so it's like after, yeah, what did you say, refining?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's the what's left over after refining.
Sledge.
Yep. And so now they've got iron, and now they've got lots of iron and a mine and paved roads,
Yeah.
and um the last thing they add is mining carts. Um Ryusui, he designates himself as a leader, and he's like, I'm a fun leader. And then we see I don't know. Everybody looked like they were having so much fun, especially Senku, like just speeding down
His
the track.
Minecraft dreams are coming true.
Yep.
But it
Honestly,
was so dangerous.
every time I see people riding in a minecart, I always think of Hoodwinked.
Inamite.
The that movie is like
Love that movie so much.
I do too, but it's like the character designs are like kind of off-putting.
It's
Like It,
early days of CG animation, so yeah, it's a little bit uncanny valley.
yep.
It's
Me and
funny.
my me and one of my friends used to be like obsessed with the goat or
Yeah.
the
I have to sing everything I say, goat.
yep. And we would just like randomly send each other videos of
Oh, what we were at a track meet one time in college and I was rooming with Ava and Tamara and we were passing the time before we went to bed and I think we were looking up videos of the squirrel when he was on coffee. And then the part where they like record his voice and then play it back in slow-mo. The villains you are searching for are no longer at the bottom of the mountain. They reside at the top where my comrades are waiting for like very eloquent.
uh,
Oh,
yeah.
my family always quotes the and Keith, darn it, change your name. It's just not scary enough. Keith, watch out for Keith. So whenever we meet anyone named Keith, we're just going trying not to laugh in his face.
Yep. Yep. That's a fun little
Watch the
inside
movie if
family
you haven't
jokes.
seen it.
Yep.
Good.
Yep, it is a lot of quotable parts.
Yeah, man. Oh, one more thing. One more thing before we reach the end of this episode. A part I really liked was so part of the reason they needed to make asphalt roads was because Gen and Ukyo were trying to drive the car and it was too bumpy and they hit a rough patch and went flying and you just see like Ukyo just goes forward into like all of the baskets and things that they're carrying. You don't see him. He just like whips his hand out and grabs his hat and smashes it back onto his head. We cannot
Yes.
see a naked Ukyo head.
Nope.
Stop! Mega's running joke that he has like a friar's haircut. Which we know isn't true. We've seen him without his hat on before. Come on.
I know. But it would just be so funny. It's just like all these like this luscious white hair, and then he takes it off and just like totally bald underneath.
His hair is too thick for
Yeah, what if he shaves it?
No, dude, no. Ugh.
Also, wait, didn't he work like wasn't he in the military?
Yeah.
Why is his like hair long like that? I don't
I
know
don't
if
know.
it's
He wore
maybe
a hat all the time in the military
maybe
too.
it's different in Japan, but
Maybe. I don't know. I was watching one of Plan Three's videos, or they're talking about because Hosa had to go for military service because he's Korean.
mm-hmm.
Um, and he had to, I think he did have to shave his head, which was probably really
No.
sad because he's got a ponytail. The ponytail's kind of his
At
thing.
least we think he's got a ponytail.
Oh, I saw a video where like, well, that was from some years ago,
Because I can
but
tell
they,
you, Steven does not have purple hair.
no, he does not. But there was a video from years ago and they hid Hosa's face, but he turned around and I saw a ponytail. So I think he probably still has his hair long.
Yeah. Dude, I
I don't
think
think he's
even,
ever shown his face on the internet ever, which is good for
yeah,
him. But
I think even Hart doesn't have the hair that he does in the,
it's not that long, no.
yeah.
His is a bit shorter.
But anyway,
Sorry, our new obsession. That's a YouTube channel we've been
yep. I
enjoying.
think pretty much watched every video.
Do you see the Chinese curse one? The Chinese fortune cookie curse?
No, I
From
haven't.
years back. Okay, that one's good.
All right, I'll get to
Steven
it
gets cursed with bad luck. And Hosa gets blessed with good luck.
as it should be.
Mhm.
Okay, that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, sorry, lots of tangents, but they were fun.
Eh, it's fine. I'm not
That's
sorry.
what you're here for. That's what you're here for. Us rambling. Okay, we got some manga extras. The first one is another worker file. So we've got Sagara, and that is the pig that Suika adopted. Uh, 5 stars for sniffer, 3 stars for brains, 1 star for skittishness. Full name, Sagara. Height, 60 centimeters. job in the kingdom, finding food. A boar left alone in the world. Sagara doesn't have the good sense to be wary of danger. He probably would have met a tragic end out in the wild before too long, but luck was on his pig's side. Now he sniffs out mushrooms and wild veggies with his new canine friend Chalk. That is so cute.
Hmm. I like it.
And yeah. And then another fun extra is a Mecha Senku Q&A. Who's the wisest among the Kingdom of Science's five wise commanders? And Senku says, each is wise in their own way. So Chrome is creativity, Ryusui is judgment, Senku's intellect, Ukyo is perception, and Gen is strategy. That makes sense.
Hmm. Yep.
Which one,
Wait,
which,
okay, read it again.
all right. Which type of wisdom do you have, Meg? Creativity, judgment, intellect, perception, or strategy?
Feel like I could choose multiple, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know, actually.
I think you have intellect like Senku, obviously, and strategy like Gen. Um, Judgment and well, Judgment is Risui. That would be close after, I think.
Mhm. Yeah. And you obviously got creativity.
A. That's why I'm Chrome.
Yep.
And then the last really fun thing is a little bonus page that the mangakas included. Side story celebrating the anime. Dr. Stone got an anime. That's something to get excited about. Francois says, thank you all for your support from the bottom of our hearts. The animated adaptation of our story can be viewed on any number of television networks or the internet. Senku says, imagine us talking with real voices and in full color. Pretty intense. Chrome adds, it's gonna be bad seeing humanity turn to stone. Gen says, right, I hope by bad you mean in a bad way. And Risu says, voices, color, sure, but what about the real highlight of the anime? We get to move around. And Chrome's like, yeah, humanity's gonna be up and moving on those screens. But Senku says, except not, they're petrified.
I like it.
It's so great. I mean, like, if you and I made a story and it got some kind of animated adaptation of some kind, I'd be over the moon. Like, as soon as the intro song starts playing, I'd be bawling.
Yep. Be like Shujin and Psycho.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I don't really think we have anything else. So,
Oh, we submitted to the Wordless World manga competition. It's something that if you watch Emirichu and Dietis on YouTube, they promoted it on their channel Spilled Ink. Um it's a new manga competition. It's like the silent manga edition where it's like you make a story but you can't use any dialogue. So we can't say too much about it, I don't think, because we're not allowed to until results come out. But Meg and I basically made a story surrounding our D&D characters, Asa and Zeev. So
mm.
when we find out the results and that we didn't win, I will share the whole thing.
Yeah, it's fun. All right. Now we're done. Um, Megan, what was your favorite line of the episode?
Mine, of course, came from Chrome. It's just that I got this idea in my head, so I ran an experiment, and bam! It actually worked, just like I thought. This is bad. It's crazy fun. And yours went right along with that.
Yes, mine came from Senku immediately after, and he said, oh, yeah, I know that feeling. Success is rare, so enjoy it while you can.
Hmm.
And what do we learn?
The best leaders know how to have fun.
I like went totally blank for a sec.
We were just staring at nothing.
Okay, who pushed the story forward?
Chrome for making a metal detector.
Mm-hmm.
That's my boy.
Yep. Well, I can't think of anything else, but we never do this, so but now I just remembered you should follow us on Instagram at the Anime Iceberg. And if you have any questions or want us to talk about anything, you can DM us or also email us at theanimeiceberg@gmail.com.
Yep, and a quick thank you to everyone who listens to us on YouTube. That's kind of nice how many people actually follow us on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, check us out on there if you haven't. We have
Yep.
some fun little experiments that we have failed at, but
We'll nail it one of these days.
we will. All right. We'll be back next week.
Bye.
Bye.